What is it that you want then from your next PC handheld?
What my dream handheld?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it were to exist next year.
If it's to exist next year. Unfortunately for me, it won't exist next year because
of course it's not going to.
I want but I mean in terms of the chips, I want RDNA 4 really to see a massive jump in performance over something like the Ally X. What we're seeing now, which will be announced properly at the start of 2025, will be the Z2 Extreme chips.
Yeah.
That's still RDNA 3.5. So it's only a half step jump. It's not even a full, that's like going from PS5 to PS5 Pro kind of thing. Like, it will be better, but it's not going to be like a leap, like a generational leap. So for me, RDNA 4 would be that leap. But let's just go with what we know. Okay, so a Z2 Extreme chip, if it's efficient enough and a good enough performance jump over the Ally X, then that's the APU I'd want, let's say. Or if NVIDIA come, yes, that. The other thing, I definitely want 8-inch screen. I really like the idea of that. 7-inch for me on the Ally X is fine. I just don't really like the bezels around it, which is everyone's pet hate.
Yeah, okay, I can get more
because it's pretty fat. You know, you could keep the same shell as the Ally because I like the size, but just take away the bezels there.
We've done entire breakdowns on this channel, and no matter what side of the fence you sit on, you get it wrong. So, in this dream handheld of yours, is it VRRR?
VRRR
Or an OLED panel?
Or
have they managed to figure out how to put VRR in an OLED by then?
Without
and make
flickering.
it work?
Yeah, without flickering. Okay, dream handheld, OLED VRR.
Obviously, it doesn't flicker.
It doesn't
the
flicker.
blacks work.
Yeah, they actually find a manufacturer that works.
Yeah.
It is difficult because OLED is so beautiful. It really is. But I feel like VRR is a necessary piece of technology for a device where it's going to fluctuate so hard. If it could absolutely guarantee that every game you ever release is going to locked in at 1080 60, then there's no need for VRR. You know, just give me OLED. But that's not the case. And the older it gets, the more it's going to fluctuate, the more you need VRR.
And you'll never get to a stage where all games are compliant, and the game developers aren't pushing the boundaries of technology.
Yeah, exactly.
We've seen it with Indiana Jones and like the path tracing on it. Like the devs are always going to push what's possible to the maximum.
Absolutely.
Because there's some advantage in the game for doing it.
Yeah. So I think VRR is necessary. I'm still happy to go 8-inch VRR, like LCD or whatever. If not, if they can, I don't know, it's difficult because I don't really care too much about throwing like VSync on if needed, but there does, introduces some latency and stuff. Like I'd rather not. But I do love the idea of OLED because that Steam Deck OLED is something else. Like, it really is. It is beautiful. And an 8-inch will look so nice, like all lovely and vibrant and stuff. So an 8-inch, I don't know, let's say LCD VRR, if it's like really high quality, then cool. If not OLED, I don't know. I can't give you an answer there. It's too difficult.
Does it need to have a step up in RAM over the Ally X?
Yeah, I think
it's
so.
24 gig not
It's got
enough.
24 gig. Yeah. No, I think it needs to now, because if you look at the Ally X, right, and let's say you put 16 gig to system, that then leaves you 8 gig
for VRAM.
For VRAM, 8 gig is not enough now.
No.
It's not enough. It really isn't. 12 gig minimum.
Yeah.
So, you're looking at what? Another 4 gig. So what's it got at the minute? 24. So you're saying you want 28 gig? Just make it 32. Give it 14 gig of VRAM and then 16 gig of VRAM. And
okay, I guess, having the faster RAM as well that's now available makes a huge difference to that as well.
There's no need to go 64 gig. Like, that's out overkill. Like, that MSI Claw thing has got a 64 gig variant, I believe.
Why?
There's no need. Or I might be thinking of that 1X.
You're thinking of the 1X Fly.
Yeah, the Pro.
1X Player.
F1 Pro.
Yeah, that's got a 64 gig variant.
Motorsport.
And I think a 3 or 2 terabyte version as well.
Yeah, there's different versions. Yeah. Right. It's like a 512, 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte, 3 terabyte.
Can I be honest? If you're putting more than a terabyte in there, get in the C.
I got a 2 terabyte.
I know, day one you put, but I felt like that when you were ripping your Ally X apart to put a 2 terabyte drive in.
I didn't break it.
The only reason I could get on board with it is that you put a faster drive in.
Yes.
I was like, okay, I understand
massively
that.
faster drive. But yeah, I think the RAM is important, but speed too. So like that MSI Claw has got like 8,500 terabyte.
Yeah.
A terabyte? 8,500 mega transfers per second. Whereas like the Ally X is 7,500, you know, which is already real fast. But let's say it had 32 gig, 8,500, then that would be my like ideal spec. I think any more than 32 gig is overkill. 32 gig is great. 16 gig system, 16 gig VRAM, you're more than enough. I'd be happy with 12 gig in the VRAM, to be fair. But yeah, that would be ideal. Battery life, then, that all depends on how efficient the Z2 Extreme is.
Totally does, yeah.
But let's just say, for argument's sake, we want to raw power it through like the Ally X. Keep it 80 watt. You don't need to go bigger than that. You know, as the chips get more efficient, you'll get more life out of the battery.
And the third kind of element to that triangle of problems is the more battery that you're using or wanting, the heavier the thing gets, and it stops becoming handheld.
Yes, yeah, exactly, yeah. So.
And I think you're probably on a fine balance with 80 watt. An 80 watt hour battery.
I like the weight of the Ally.
Yeah,
personally.
but I don't think you'd want it to be much heavier.
Oh no, I wouldn't want to put it heavier. No.
I think it'd be really uncomfortable then.
But we've seen with that Intel MSI, the new 8, I hate saying the name, that thing, that's got an 80 watt hour, and they're saying that it gets like 2 to 3 hours more battery life than the Ally X.
It's just added efficiency.
Just because of the efficiency of the chip. So if the Z2 can be more efficient, get a boost in FPS, but also more battery life, we're winning again. Those are my like ideal specs there. I can't really think of anything else. It's
hard to, isn't it? Until you see what the demands of the game are.
Yeah, but 8-inch for sure. 32 gig of RAM.
Yeah.
Slightly faster RAM.
The final thing that I would wish for in that is a dock for the Ally.
Oh yeah.
GPU
dock. Okay. Accessories we want. Yeah. Okay. Yes.
I think it's a real open goal at the moment, and I don't mean like an eGPU enclosure that I can use on my PC. I mean specifically made for let's say the Ally X, because that's the Windows handheld that I use. A dock that's got an external graphics card in it, so I can play it on my TV and get an added proper added boost.
Like they've already done the XG Mobile.
Yeah, that they stopped doing.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think that is one thing I forgot on my list, which leads into here. Needs to be Thunderbolt 5.
Thunderbolt 5, yes.
There we go. Now we can continue.
Because I think the missing part of the jigsaw is really obvious. It's the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, aspect of it. The TV experience. Yes.
If I'm going to spend £800-900, maybe £1,000 by the time these new ones come out on this thing, and the justification is it's a portable PC. It's like, wicked, but can I use that on a big screen then, please?
Yes.
And it not look rubbish.
Yeah.
So do that and give me a performance boost that I can get from an external graphics card. I'll be as lazy as I don't necessarily need to be able to change the graphics card.
Yeah, you're on about literally what the XG Mobile is, but over like a Thunderbolt 5 cable instead. Yeah. So have them already build in one of the gaming boxes that companies used to build back in like 2017-ish, or whatever, where it's literally an all-in-one enclosed Thunderbolt controller eGPU, self-contained with the GPU inside.
Yes.
Exactly like the XG Mobile. And you just buy it off the shelf, plug it in, you're done.
Yeah.
No tinkering.
And I would say, even to the point of, I want my ROG Ally X to dock into it.
Oh, wow. It was like a little crane arm.
At least be able to stand in it.
Yeah, no,
stand on
it.
it.
Yeah.
Be like, that would be that'd be smart.
Yeah, it would be cool. Yeah.
I doubt we'll see it.
No.
Because
it's a lot of engineering and
It's going to be very expensive.
Like the XG Mobile.
Yeah.
$2,000.
Yeah, probably.
Silly
and also there's the thing of I'm coming from entirely the wrong perspective compared to what the market is for these devices.
Yeah. See, I'm the opposite of you. I want exactly everything you've just said, but I want one without a GPU.
You just want the chassis.
I want the chassis, yeah. I want the thing, which is what I've built.
Controller in it, that's it.
Yeah. Basically what I've built myself, but done better.
Yeah.
You know, like I want from Asus or whoever, but it'd be cool for them to release it alongside to say, yes, we know this works, like whatever. Thunderbolt 5 enclosure, top of the range like PSU or whatever that's going to be capable of such a range of cards. Enough space to drop in a card size of my choice, or maybe have an adjustable
cool.
enclosure. So if you do go for like a 3-card triple fan setup, you can like pull it out or something, or like remove a piece, leave it in the box, Whereas if you've got like a dual fan setup, you can like shorten it so you don't have to like buy different ones. That'd be cool. And then you just drop your card in, boom, just like the Razor Cores, but like top spec Thunderbolt 5.
I'd say that the Razor Core was cool.
It's an epic idea.
It was really cool.
They just sacked them off and stopped making them better, which sucks, You've made it to the end of this clip, and we think it would be incredible if you
watch the full show. It's going to be linked right there, smashed between our faces. It's an hour long.
Yes.
We talk kind of slow.
We do.
About all things gaming.
Yes.
And, it's like a new thing called a podcast. You should try it out sometime.
Try it out.
All the kids love them.
Oh, yes.